Honorable Dongato, you were here last weekend and you were saying that the current speaker, the incumbent, has a lot of power and she cannot be defeated. Do we see it manifesting in this resolution by SEC?
First of all, I want to congratulate both my colleagues Acholi and Wanyoto for making it to Parliament. I did not. As Acholi was sitting near me, I was thinking very fast that they left FDC and joined NRM and made it. Both him and Mapenduzi. Those of us who remain on the line of opposition independent, we lost it. So I was asking a very quick question. Would have changing from opposition to NRM made me win? It's material, but I congratulate them. I wish them well. My good friend Acholi, you need to overhaul your wardrobe. You need more of yellows because now you are
You're yellow.
yeah, now it's
still stuck in blue.
different league. You look good in blue though.
I have too many yellows that to the extent that I've been putting on them this campaign that at least I have to relax.
You know, when you are in this NRM thing, there are rules. There is a dress code, so you need to be particular. Unwritten. There's a particularity required with dress code.
Because we meet this tomorrow.
Honorable Wanyoto, I congratulate you and I wish you well in your race for the speaker, which, in my opinion, as a political philosopher, you are more than qualified. But your candidature is a resistance. I can even see from your demeanor when you are talking with Canary. He's not a candidate, he's just a journalist. But it's like you are resisting something. You are not proactive. Something is pressing you hard. But getting to the question, I was privileged. Don't ask me how and where. I first saw that resolution when it was signed by Secretary General only. And then a day after, I saw the same resolution that was endorsed by the president. I think the speakership race is a done deal. It's a done deal. Wanyoto and my good friend Undria, last week he called me. I had a slip of tongue. It was not Honorable Undria that was soliciting funds from Human Rights Commission. I think it was Honorable Akamba and the other MPs who were arraigned before court. So
Also, he had a similar issue.
Yeah, that's another. He had a similar issue, but my apologies. That was a slip of tongue, and I think we need to be fair. So what I'm saying, the speakership race is a done deal. Honorable Wanyoto, Honorable Udria may never get an opportunity to be nominated. They may not also get an opportunity to present any case in the caucus. I don't know how things happen in the caucus. They are saying they are bringing it to the NRM caucus for endorsement. It presupposes nominations are over. The party organs have nominated Honorable Anita and Honorable Tahebwa. So they are going for rubber stamping. Is a little rude.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a rubber stamp, but because it says shall be forwarded for their adoption. However, it says in the last line that Honorable Wanyoto was keen on any issues that arise, meaning there is space for debate, shall be addressed on merit.
Now, Wanyoto is a lawyer like me. That last part of the statement is an obiter dicta. It's like saying Kandare is a good man. However, last week he was shoplifting. So they are saying we first adopt, then any issue that comes, we shall see what to do with it. So it brings me to the second thing. Some of those who showed up to run for speakership are targeting different things. If you are going to Mbarara and you know your fuel cannot reach halfway, Masaka, then you are not going to Mbarara. So some people have used this speakership race to catch the eye of the appointing authority, so that in case you cannot target the moon, you get the stars. So don't think everyone in this race is a competitor. Others are participants. So the moment they fail, the SEC adopts the resolution, then they will start saying, if there are other issues, please get up and start. And I know my good learned colleague Wanyoto would say the process was not fair, we were left out. Then probably the high priest will say, okay, don't worry, we will see where to put you. And at my level, and Wanyoto's level, she even deserves to be like Minister for East Africa. She's been at East African Parliament. She's been extensive. So half a loaf at times is better than nothing. But I think this resolution of President Museveni has just saved you. Because if you were to go for an election, Anita Mongin, Norbert Mao, Lydia Wanyoto, Ondria, and the other lady is Tassiso, the minister, I can tell you, some of you may come back only with your votes.
Or is Namuganza?
Namuganza may get up to about 40, 50 votes. Ondria may get like 2 votes. That's my opinion. I have a right to be wrong. Wanyoto will probably get like 15 votes. And you'll see Honorable Anita Mao probably getting 60 votes. And then all the other votes, about 450, will go to Anita. It's not a fair race. The debate should be whether the race is fair. Honorable Anita Among is, from my observations, is destined to win the race. The endorsement of the caucus was the final thing.
Away from the endorsement, what puts her to the forefront in your own observation, like you're saying it?
First of all,
is it the advantage of the incumbency?
2 things. One, the advantage of the incumbency. I was doing research before coming to the studio. You know what is there in being the speaker? They have a quarterly budget of 8 billion shillings every 4 months. 8 billion for gifts and donations. Other than that, they have a budget of 970 million shillings for furniture overhaul every 2 years. Every 2 years, they have to overhaul furniture in their home settings. 970 million. Now, this is a huge advantage. Someone has 10 billion shillings coming into a race. My good friend Wanyoto, who is honest to the skin like me, may be having 3 million. And fuel, 3/4 tank. You are out of the race. So this is actually not an election. This is a selection. Whether you like it or not, it may not be very comforting. Honorable Anita Mogin clearly has a huge advantage. And also at a personality level, at an individual level, she is a very unique character. She's financially magnanimous. You know, there are people who have a lot of money that belongs to government, but they don't share. It's weird. It's a weird line of reasoning. Then there are people who are in government offices and they make an effort to reach out to everyone. So the philosophy, which is in the public, which is painful, is that at least we benefit when we see one of us there. So people are voting for what they believe in. Kadei. The Baganda say lero. For tomorrow is tomorrow. But some of these persons solve our immediate problems. Look at the thousands of children having scholarships, including my son. He's taller than me and I call Kobai. He's having scholarship. I'm not biased. I'm not conflicted. That I can put my hands to be cut on a market day without anesthesia. Anita Bogin will take close to 90% of the votes. The minimum she can get is 450 votes. So the SEC resolution has just helped you to give you a departure. Otherwise, if you have to go head-on collision, the whole process is not fair. And I'm very sorry for my friend Mao. He would have been a very good candidate, but he should know that he is just a pawn in the chessboard.
Interesting.
The actors have already decided.